Live. We are live. ZLS 040 going off solo today. Best wishes to Super Die. Hope everything's going all right. Originally Super Die was planned for today, but we had to cancel last minute again. So just best wishes to her. And one of the biggest things I wanted to do for ZLS was to make sure for our guests that our guests are taken care of and loved. So everyone, best wishes to Die right now. And thank you, Brandon, for the fire intro. Thank you to Jeff Cross, really. He's the one that made this intro possible, and for lending me the vocals of his pig for that piece at the end. So I'm a little thrown out of sorts because I was planning to interview Diana today, but that's all right. We'll see what we can do with our RPG game. I'll give you guys just a little view. I did a little bit of stuff over the weekend here. So you'll see things are starting to take a little bit of a shape. We've got a turn list up top here, some horizontal scrolling, got a little bit of iconography here for our dark and fire types. Let me get that a little bit bigger. And as you can see, if I come through and churn and have Corbin hasten himself, you can see his speed increases. We can see he's got all of a sudden he's got a lot more turns than he had before. So things are starting to happen, and I'm enjoying it. We're gonna have my main character Ember on Corbin here. Oh, that killed him in one shot. So that's a fun game, huh? Yeah. Anyways, things are starting to come together. We'll see what we can do to kind of like take this another level up. I'm not sure. I think one of the things I wanted to do today is take a look at what I did for the turn list up top here. I have a little component for each one of these things in here that I could show off, and maybe we could do like some better UI for our larger unit components. I think that'll be a good path to take for today. So let's go through that. I'll open up a little MD file. We can just kind of keep track of what we want to do. Today is the 21st. 9, 21, 2020, MD. All right, let's make this bigger. And don't need that. Things to do today. Let's say we'll review turn list code. We'll review small, I think I called it small unit component. And then we'll create a standard unit component. So let's get into that. So starting with our turn list code, let's see. I haven't committed any of this stuff, so you can see all the changes being made over here. Let's put it as part of this one. I want to show the types logo component as well. So let's see. I wanted to go into our engine. I believe our create turn list is just a function in here. So yeah, this is our create turn list function. So the idea here is the function will take a battle engine, and we're going to make a copy of the battle. We're going to create a turn list, which is just an empty array, and starting with the original performer's ID. And then while our turn list length is less than 10, what we're actually going to do is we're going to call next turn, which is actually the function being used inside of our engine to proceed to the next turn. And we're going to call that and make a new, like, it's like we're moving ahead in time, but skipping like the logic and stuff. So we're just simming. It's like we're simming ahead 10 turns and saying, okay, this is who the turn winner is this time. This is who the turn winner is this time. And because we just have this one function here for next turn, we're actually like running the exact same code the engine is, without having to like copy and paste or have any code duplication here. So that's pretty cool. And each time we do this, we push the performer ID into our turn list array, and we're going to keep going until this is at 10. And we can see if we go over to our turn list, we can see this in 9 turns from now, we'll still know who's going up. And if we go down to this battle on the bottom here, same thing. And as we saw in my little demonstration, if I do something here to, for example, change someone's speed, like with that move, I quadrupled Corbin's speed, the turn list totally responds to that. So things are happening. Things are happening here. So now it's Zach's turn. If we make him hasten, he'll get some of his turns back. So things are nice and responsive now, and yeah, I like it. I like this whole idea of the turn list too. The one thing I'd really like to get, and I'm not really sure how to do this well in React. I feel like I could do this in Angular decently, but not sure how to do in React. So the one thing about this is, if I were to do something, these bars on the status bars are going to actually animate as they are, but they're not going to animate in the way I want. So like if we'll have Corbin use Ember on Zach. So Zach took a little bit of damage there, and we saw like the health bars adjusted. But there's there's very little in terms of like letting you know from animation how action went. But if I were to have Corbin or Zach at this point just use hasten again, so not changing anyone's health, we'll see like the new Zach, things aren't going to quite work as we intended. And it's because it's like we're sending a new array to the turn list each time, and rather than having like the one array that gets like mutated. So we could see like I think in Final Fantasy X, when they had this turn list, if you even hovered over, I think, a move that would like make you faster than someone else, it would like animates like Corbin moving to the back of the line, for example. So that would be something that would be really cool to do, and also to have just the health bars properly animate too. It's a whole thing. But, I imagine that's actually a pretty hard problem to get right. So for now, it's working well. It's given some good feedback. That's its main job. So that's cool. But yeah, as we can see, it's kind of hard to just understand what's going on with the game, just because we've got a bunch of debugger information in here. So let's just take what we've got, and well, let's show the small unit core first, because this is decent UI. I think we can understand for the most part what's going on, and we'll just take the same approach and bring it to our larger units, and yeah, we can go from there. So let's pull up our small unit, unit.tsx. And we can see this is what's going on. We need to pass in a unit ID and a battle engine state. That's pretty much all we need for now. Eventually, we may want to pass in the controller state, or even just the controller itself, so we can do some stuff here. So like if we're on the game and someone selected a move, for example, so Firehammer, and you're looking at the turn list anyways, because you're trying to like lay across some strategy. It would be nice if we could just click on one of these units as well to say this is the person I'd like to select, and it would behave the same way as if you clicked on the units down here. So that would be cool too. So eventually we may end up passing that in. But for now, we have this function for health color name. So this will actually adjust things. If I hit Zach with another, I don't know what we did, but it's not low enough. Let's hit him with another ember. Yeah. So he goes to yellow. If we can make him just go a little further, let's try burning him. Yeah, and then he'll go to red. So based on your health, it's like the color will respond a little bit. That's all this function is doing here, is determining a success, warning, or danger for our health bars. If we go into our small units, we have those props. We're going to figure out who our unit is based on the props unit ID. We're going to figure out their effective stats from the unit stats function and just pass in the battle, the order descriptions, and a random number generator. I actually don't know if we need that random number generator really, but for now we've got it. And then go to the unit.id for that, and that'll give us, you'll see his effective stats is a stats object. So that's our attack, defense, and all that. And then we'll just determine health percent here, which is 100 times our unit health divided by our effective stats at max health. That's going to give us our percentage of our health that we'll need for our health bar. But then we have this types logo element. So we're just going to pass in our units types like so, and their name. And this is all going in this title. And then we have here our health bar, which is going to call that function and just put in that health percent for what its value should be, and also for what color it should look like. And similar with the down here, this is the energy bar. So this will just take their energy, and every unit has a maximum of 5 energy. So we'll just fill that up, divided by 5 times 100. And that'll be that. This animated here is, it's just going to give these stripes some animation. So I don't know. It seems like a nice little detail for now. I don't think this is what our final energy bars or health bars will look like, but it's a nice little touch for the moment. Let's clear out some of these unused imports. How did I do that? There we go. And let's take a look at this type component, which was pretty simple in the code, but I ended up bringing in some assets from a previous iteration of this game to get this to kind of work. And so our types logo, you'll see here, is this thing right here. So this is the dark logo. And I gave it, I think that's just the title property on the HTML element, so that it'll show up as dark. Some accessibility stuff too. Same with this on fire. We pretty much are just passing in the types and making it come up. We're actually just reading from the first type for right now. So when we get to a point where we'll have like multi-type moves or units, we'll figure out a way to do that. I don't actually have a good solution for that right now, but I imagine it would just be like maybe like a fraction, almost like a horizontal or a diagonal line with the type 1 on top and type 2 on bottom. That seems reasonable. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that good at HTML or CSS. So, but we'll figure it out eventually. So that's this. To get this right here, if we look at our styles, let's take a look at that real quick for our app. So go to our app, React, and now where did I put this? Here it is. So just got a bunch of our different icons here for our different types. You'll see you got some colors associated with them and whatnot. And I think if I scroll down, I'm setting like some glyphs, I believe, for the different icons. Let's see if I can find where those are. Maybe they're at the bottom. Uh, yes. Okay. So this is where I am. Oh, these are the different energy ones. Here's the icon ones. For each different type, just setting the content on that, and that'll kind of like tie the glyph to that ID. So that's how this is kind of working. I had to look out up how to do this, but I kind of like it. It kind of makes it so like at least for now. I might end up changing this if this turns out to be a bad design somewhere down the line. But for now, at least it makes it so I can just reference this typeless logo anywhere down the line, and we'll probably end up doing that for our larger unit here too. So I think we covered these two things. Let's try to make our standard unit component. See how that goes. So I'll go into our NX console. We'll generate a component. We want to make sure this is a React component. Call it unit. And the name of our project will be Battle UI. Oh, we already have one. That's right. We don't need to generate a new one then. Let's just focus on the one we do have. Let's see. Here's our unit. Yes, yes, yes. So right now we have inside of our unit. This is a lot of the debug information. Let's see if we can match things up a bit with our small unit and make it, I don't know, just a little easier to follow. Let's say. Um, so let's get rid of some of the labels here. I'm going to make this an H2 actually. For here, let's actually make this a div. And let's leave this here for now, but let's grab our progress bar. We're just going to grab it just as it is. We have it here. Drop it in. Let's figure out our health percent, same way we did before. I'll actually have to get, so let's see. So in this one, we're passing in the actual unit. I think there's anything wrong with that, as long as we still have the battle state. I almost want to make this match up better with the with this. I think I will. Let's do that. So we'll call this, instead of just unit, we'll make it a unit ID, which is a string. And we'll leave that here. And we'll say unit ID and copy this over. Copy, paste. And do this just to make it line up. Let's actually just copy like that. State. And here, battle engine state. Cool, cool, cool. And pass in like so. And just import a random number generator in here for now. Definitely think that's maybe something. Let me jump into this and just make a note of it. To do. Doesn't seem like you'd need the RNG here. Oh, and we've got that. Let's take our health bar color name. It's going to import that just from this other file since we've already written it. make it so we at least don't have that code duplication. You'll notice I copied and pasted this over, which I don't love, but it's really not doing that much um, that I think I'd want to uh, functionize it or anything. So I'll leave it like that for now. We'll import progress bar. How did this file import progress bar? We'll just copy the same thing. So right now I'm just using React Bootstrap for the progress bar. And I just went and followed the instructions for that to like the getting started instructions to get to that state. It's pretty easy. Again, I think I would probably want to adjust this down the line, but it's a really nice for like a proof of concept for now. Just going through now and adjusting the errors for my IDE. We'll see how it looks. That's pretty much everything. Save on that, and we'll go to our browser, and everything broke. All right, what's going on? Cannot read Battle of Undefined. Okay, that's the thing. What did we do here? So we don't have the battle engine state. Oh, and that's obviously because I renamed it and didn't fix it where it was being consumed. So we have a nice error here. So our unit, we're going to want to pass its unit ID is unit.id. Battle state has been renamed to battle engine state, which is a better name, I would assert. Let's see if that fixes it. All right, we're fixed. Oh, or maybe we're not. What happened there? We just zoomed in? I think we were just zoomed in. All right. That's all right, I guess. Almost would like the height to be bigger on the progress bar, but I'm not going to mess with that. I think I'm going to get rid of the health label and just try to center this. I think I could just like set the text align on this to center it. So let's do that real quick. And we'll do like so. And div class. So we use class name in React. We'll call it, just like this, bar. And over here, we'll go to our unit. Dot. Did we not create a style file for this? Let me open up the file explorer. Yes, we did. There we go. So we'll just say dot health bar. I think just text align center. Center will get us there. There we go. And we'll give it some margin. Pixels for good measure, I think. Yeah. And then for energy, we'll do a similar thing. Say energy is out of 5. And we'll grab just the same code from our smaller unit. This progress bar. Copy and paste it. And make this a div. And we'll give it a class. I'll just reuse the same class for now. Cool. Gets us there. I almost want to. I definitely think we should be able to see effective stats somehow, but I'm not sure if we always want them visible. I also think we definitely want to just get that types in here too. Let's focus on the types first. That should be pretty easy. We'll just do like we did over here. Grab our types logo, paste it, make sure that's imported. VS Code, you're confusing me with Two options that are the same thing. Uh, there you go. Okay. What's going on with the alignment here? That seems wrong. Okay. So we'll just need to adjust this, our H2 here. How do we do that in the small unit? Let's see. I think what we did was we made it like inline block. This is where I'm not super useful, but yeah, okay. Let's grab it like so. Copy. And we'll say here dot unit. See if that works. All right, that gets us there at least. Inspect. Centering stuff in HTML. It's always a thing. Let's see. I think let's just try text align. No idea if this will work or not. Doesn't work, of course. Yeah, it's CSS stuff. CSS deep magic. I don't fully understand. But let's see. How could we do this better? Yeah, I don't know. Let's leave it like so for now. Can I adjust the height on this? Maybe that might be good. Let's see. On two. So I just doubled this. Would that change anything? No, would it? Let's see. On fire, color is that. Wonder since I made it a glyph, could I adjust this font? I don't think so. Let's see. Oh yeah, that totally works. Okay. Cool. I guess we're making them big. Not that big because it's also affecting the stuff up here. Let's make sure we're only doing this. So this is in battle.h2. Let's make sure that h2 is only being adjusted. Let's see. So this is probably in our apps. In our battle here. No, it's not. Let's see. Let's do font size. It's 20 pixels. Anyone 20 pixels. Get us close. Okay, there we go. There it is. I believe. Battle.h2. Line 43. App.css 43. Okay. Guess this is no. What? How am I getting confused on this? Apps, Aeons of Ascension React, source app, app.scss. Source app, app. There we go. Is that no? That's definitely named something different. That's app component.scss. Okay. There must be something compiling this at some point, I'm guessing. I'm just not understanding all the way. That's all right. This is why I like display flex for everything. Yeah, flex and grid, display grid. Maybe I should just do that. I don't know. Let's leave it like this for now. well, not like this for now, but that's close enough. We'll figure out how to get some of these glyphs better later and get it nice and centered. But let's think about the effective stats. How do we want to make this happen? I think this would be almost like a drop down, like so that we could see it if we wanted. Um, let's try to do that. Just like a button will click, and if it's turned on, you can see effective stats. If off, we won't show it, but we'll show the button. Let's see if we can do that. Um, so here, let's close this off. Let's go to our unit.tsx. We're going to try to understand how to use this. I imagine we're going to want to use our useRef hook. Let's go to our battle.tsx so I can see how that was done. Yeah, because we'll want it to be like this this value, almost like a class property, to say whether it's opened or not. So let's try this. Let's say let effective stats. Let me get rid of the comment. Yeah, I gotta get better at that. Okay, so elect effective stats shown equals react use ref, and this will just be of a boolean. Start with false actually. And here we'll say right here, I believe. Let's copy this. We'll add a second half of our ternary to be null. And here we'll say effective stats shown current. Was that okay? Let's actually put this all around the pre. Yeah. I like div soup going on over here too, but it's that later. Copy. That right? Did I miss something? Was no. I think that's right. Why doesn't it like it? Unexpected token. That the thing it wants? No, I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Null should be on the outside of pre, right? Yes, that is what it is. Thank you, Caitlin. Oh, otherwise, no, not capital. I need to close my paren. There we go. Thank you, Caitlin. We're back in action. All right, so now we should see effective stats. Let's get rid of the colon there. And we'll put a little button. Let's try. Let's see if we can do some of this stuff. So we'll say text here is equal to effective stats shown dot current. If it's shown, we should say hide. Otherwise, we should say open. that. Obviously, it doesn't do anything yet. But we want to put on the on click for this button. Say on click equals effective stats shown dot. Can I just set this current? I don't know if that's a thing. Never actually tried to do this part of the use effect hook. Let's see. We set it to just not what it currently is. Uh, doesn't like something here. It's not assignable. Oh, okay. So we got to do like a function. If that works, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that would, but no, it definitely doesn't. Something happening in there? Nope. Excuse me. How would we do this? Let's see if we can Google it. So we'll say React, use ref, change value. Let's see. This looks promising. Use ref null, ref equals. Okay. We have a reference, blah, blah, focus. Store values, which you can then go on to reference and update in your code. Okay. Okay. Ref.current plus equals that. So we should be able to mutably change it. Would get, yep. How would I define? Okay. Maybe I need to use state and use ref. Yeah, I probably need to use state. Because right now, I bet I'm updating it, but yeah, not giving that stuff. Okay, so some internal state to this, component, to each of our unit components, is going to be whether their effective stats is open. So let's do that real here. We'll say export interface unit component state, and we'll say effective stats shown boolean. Now let me pull up that thing, and we'll just see some quick use state docs on React. Hopefully the first one will give us what we need. Okay, so use state. Okay. Doesn't look too painful. And then set. Got it. All right. So here, effective stats, blah, blah, blah. Get rid of this paste, and we'll say, state, let's say component state, set component state, I suppose. So use state of type unit component state. And start with effective stats shown is false. All right. What doesn't it like here? Oh, obviously we're still referencing our stuff here. So we'll say component state dot effective stats shown. And actually here, we want this to be set component state. And for value, we'll take our component state, and we'll take our effective stats shown. It's going to be the opposite of component state dot effective stats shown. And we can get rid of this stuff now. Let me get rid of this so I can just focus on this for now. That looks good. Here we'll do the same thing. component state dot effective stats shown, and component state dot effective stats shown. Okay, I'm learning how to react here. Let's go. I think that's. Are we here? Is that it? Open hide. Yeah. Look at that. We're doing stuff. We're doing stuff, folks. Each one has its own state. They're not affecting each other. That's beautiful. Let's see. Um, so Zach and Corbin are on two different teams right now. What's time we got? We got like 15 minutes. I'm debating we could try to put Zach and Corbin on different sides of the screen right now. That could be good, but I think it might be cool too to just show some moves at the bottom. We could do like a similar thing here. Let's make this smaller actually while I'm looking at it because that's too large. Let's say H4. I don't know. I'm not going for semantics right now. I'm just trying to make it look nice. A little smaller even. Cool. Let's see if we can do like a move component. That would be nice to have. We need like a move component and we need like an aura component. So if we're looking at like if this is some condensed view of our unit, we'll probably still want to make this smaller a good bit too, because it's going to be in a standard battle. I think there'd probably be 6v6. Thank you for the clap, Caitlin. We'll probably want to do a 6v6. So we want to make this as like uncluttered as possible while still having access via stuff like this to showing some pertinent stats if we want. Let's see if we can do some of that. So we'll have like a similar thing here for moves. Let's we'll take our apps or our component state and we'll say moves shown. Boolean. We'll just do the same thing we did for our effective stats. Start with false. And here, let's just put a class name on this. Class name is stats. Then what is in here? So these are the auras. Okay. So ideally, I think the auras we'd want right underneath the energy bar here. Yeah. So we'll put in here div class name equals move. And we'll want to do similar, like so. H5, we'll say moves. What is that there for, actually? I don't even know. Was this a mistake? I think that must have been a mistake. Somehow got in that didn't affect anything. But the on click will do this, except just change them all at one time here. So moves shown. Voila. Open. And then, like we did here, copy that and drop it right outside of the H5, but still in here. This is moves shown. And we'll just say for now, pre of moves. Make sure that's working. So we can see our pre. We'll change that now so we can see each of our moves. So here, instead of the pre, we're actually going to want to take this. I think we'll need. Well, we got all the Bendel engine states, so that should have our move descriptions on it too. Cool. So I think the way to get to this is if we say battle engine state dot. It's going to give us autocomplete here. No. Um, okay, that's all right. We'll say dot battle. How do we get this out of thinking this is an Emmet thing? Oh, I guess I don't need this, right? Not yet. Okay, still getting used to TSX here. Okay, we're cooking now. We're cooking. Uh, so let's start with our unit actually. Go back up a step. Unit dot move IDs dot map. And we'll map each move ID to our battle engine state dot move descriptions. We'll put in the move ID there. We'll need to map each one of these then. So then dot map move description, we'll need to map this to some TSX. But now let's just have a pre, I guess. Let's see if we can do this. A pre here that has some, I don't know. Let's just take the move description dot name. I guess we'll need to do key here equals, I don't know, pass in the index, so that'll give it a unique key. Gotta do like that, don't I? All right, let's see if that works. I'm learning React here, folks. Please bear with me. Oh, that gave us nothing. What did we do wrong? Do we get any errors? I didn't see any errors. I get these warnings about TypeScript stuff here. But that's not what I want. Let's go to sources and we'll go to our unit TSX. Let's see if we can set a breakpoint in one of these maps and see what's going on. Yeah, let's do that. I think. Let's put it there. Let's see if any of those get hit. All right, so now it wouldn't because moves are not shown. But when I click it, okay, we should come in here. That should be there. We should see this 4 times, I believe. We hit play, play, play. Oh, maybe. What's going on? That's a lot more times than I expected. I still don't see it. Let's take a look at the elements here. Zach, blah, blah, blah. That's my moves. It's the H5. Why did that turn into stuff? I don't know. You have to move IDs. Let's refresh and rerun with our breakpoints. Open. What does our move IDs look like? Hasten, burn, ember, and firehammer. These should be things. This should definitely be things. Yeah. So we're mapping that to TSX. Oh, move descriptions. Should probably make that move description just to make it unconfusing, but I don't think that's our problem. Should definitely have a pre there. Move shown is true, so we should be doing this. Is this like, I'm curious if this is almost like like a TSX thing. Like if I put it just a div, or not even a div, but just some wrapper around this. Try doing a div. And then doesn't like that. Need to like, I don't know. TSX is hard. I think it's hard at least. It's doing this thing again. What did I do to make that happen? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if that worked. Hit this. Refresh. Oh, did things crash? No, I'm just hitting the breakpoint. Huh. Still not seeing it. Let's take a look at the elements. Prettier makes that white space appear. Okay. Good to know. So I see the div. See the div that the pre's are supposed to go into. But I don't see the pre's. I'm not sure why. I think it must be have something to do with me hitting that breakpoint much more times than I expected. Let's try going through 4 times and then see what happens on the 5th. So I've mapped once. The move ID is hasten. Mapped twice where the move ID is burn. Ember, and then the last one should be Firehammer. Now if I do it one more time, what's coming through now? Back to hasten. Huh. We have to return the pre and the callback. Maybe. Is that it? Do I need to? Yeah, that's probably it. Call. Let's do that in the IDE actually. Ah, I don't even know what I did there. Let's try that. Or let's try just. Can we just get rid of the brackets? Is that how TSX works? I don't know. Find out. Now it doesn't like this, but that's because of that semicolon. Let's try it now. A, E, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got it. Thank you, Caitlin. uh, we're slowly getting there. Okay, so what did we learn? I learned. Well, let me see. Let's get rid of this because I don't think we need this actually. This is still valid. Where are these brackets? I think this will get me what I want. Let's breakpoint. Yes. Okay. Still not sure why each one is getting called twice. Like we're going through all 4 and then we're going through all 4 again. It must be something about the state or some re-render that's happening that I'm not understanding right. But we at least got to here, so we can say right now we're doing the pre. We'll actually want to do let's make our little move component here real quick. Go into NX console, generate a component, and we'll say this is a move details. No, not quite move details. This isn't like the move button that someone would actually click, I don't think, but this would be like a move. I don't know. We'll just call it move now. UI move. No, I'll just call it move. Battle UI. Styles SCSS. All stuff comes out. I think that's good. Let's export it and run. Now, if we go to our move, excuse me, Battle UI, move TSX. So our move props, we're going to want to have in here our move ID, which is a string. We're going to want to have our battle engine state. Battle engine state. Sorry, I missed this, Caitlin. But yes, thank you. Thank you for your help. uh, and then I think that's all we'll need for props. And then we won't need any state on our actual move, I don't think. Like I probably want to do a mouse over here to get more into it. But I think for now we'll just say like I don't know, an H5. I've completely lost where we're at with these, but our we'll say constant move description equals let's destructure these out. That move worked a lot better in battle engine state. To get our battle engine state dot move descriptions, move ID. Send it in like so. We'll just have here our move description dot name. Here we'll have our types logo, where types is equal to move description dot types. How did this work? Type stakes a battle and a performer. Okay, so battle engine state dot battle engine state dot battle dot performer. I think that'll get us there. Let's see. Save on that. Go to our unit. If moves is expanded, rather than having our pre, we'll have our move. So I'm going to take these pre's and replace them with our move. Boom. Doesn't like it. What doesn't like about it? Probably that there's missing props, I think. Children. Did I import the wrong move? No, I imported the right move. I'm going to assume that this just means we need the props because I'm not sure what's going on otherwise. Battle engine state equals battle engine. I'm still used to Angular syntax. And the move ID is equal to. Oh, I actually don't need to map it over here, do I? Let's do I here. Get rid of this now. And move ID equals move ID. Mm-hmm. There we go. And okay, still doesn't like this move. Still don't understand what that error means. Type children, move description. Key is number, battle state. Huh. Yeah, not really sure what that's about. Go over to here. I open it. Okay, we can see it. At least. So there's that. All right, so I probably want to adjust the UI on these a little bit. We're over time now, so I'm just going to do like a little. Oh, let's see. Children is a prop passed when you have stuff in the tree like DOM children. Okay, I'm not sure. It's weird to me. So I would need children here. Is that the idea? Children equals. Oh no, it doesn't really have any children. Oh, it's because I'm passing this in. Yeah, got it. So it because I had stuff in the middle, it thought I needed children. I'm guessing that's how you do like angular content, ng content stuff. Got it. No, yes, no. Exactly. Exactly. We're moving there. Okay. So the error was because I had something in between here. So I'm guessing if I say test now, my move component doesn't find any define any children, but I'm saying there are children to the stomp tree. So I'm guessing that's why I'm getting this error. If I'm wrong, Adam, correct me. But I think I've grumped it. Let's see. All right. So next steps. Let's just go over some next steps and I'll wrap up. There's UI elements to this I want to clean up for sure. The Our units now are much smaller than they were previously, but it's still unclear what's going on. I got to clean up the unit a little bit, probably define some borders on where one unit starts and when and another stops. It's like probably priority number one. Want to separate Zach and Corbin to show they're on different teams. Eventually, I imagine Zach would be on the left hand side, Corbin would be on the right hand side, and there'd be like a canvas element or some graphics, some like pixel graphics in the middle with like some animations with like fighters actually like smacking at each other somewhere like that. So that's kind of where I'm headed. I think I definitely still want web elements for all the UI pieces of this. So the canvas will serve as like the theater, but the web pieces of this, the web components will still be relevant. So yeah. Hey Corbin. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're making some progress. I did the turn list over the weekend, so you can see some stuff there. We'll show Corbin using Hasten. You got a lot of turns, sir. Look at that. Got some UI stuff opening up. You can peek your effective stats or close them. You can see now for Corbin, speed's been adjusted. I'd really want this to be kind of like, I think there's like this view in WoW, in like more classic WoW. I don't know where they're at now, but there's like it would show their stats, but if anything was like buffed or increased or decreased, they would like show a green, and if you hovered over that green, it would describe what made something green versus what made something red and how much it was making it green or red. So I'd love to do something like that eventually here, but that's a whole piece of UI I'll have to figure out. Let's go ahead and hide that though. And then if we open up our moves, we got a move component here that's doing stuff. I definitely want to make this better though. A lot of these moves are not self-explanatory. So I think we'd want something where like if you I mean, ultimately, I'd love to have just like a little pixel square represent each one, and then if you moused over the square, then you could it would give like expanded description. I'm thinking a lot to WoW with a lot of this stuff. Actually, I think they do a very similar stuff, or they used to when I played at least, where you had the icon name and then you hover over and it'll give you a in-depth description of what it actually does. So would want to do something like that eventually, and that way we could like condense this even further, so we could see, just four things in a row real quick, and make our UI down here where we're actually selecting stuff a little slicker. Um, but yeah, we're moving in the right direction. We're making some cool stuff. I think we'll probably focus on the UI pieces for a while now until we get a little further, and then we'll probably look to make some more increasingly interesting moves and fire them off and see how they work. Make sure they're working right, and make sure we can do interesting stuff. So if anyone out there is watching, has an idea for interesting mechanics or stuff they really like in their turn-based RPGs or anything like that, reach out to me on Twitter and let me know what they are, or reach out to me somehow. I don't know how. You can comment here or whatever. And yeah, thanks, Corbin. I'm I'm liking it. So yeah. But yeah, anyone has any ideas or suggestions or anything like that, let me know. It'd be cool to see if other people are as interested in this stuff as I am to try to get some other ideas incorporated. That'd be really neat. Um, I'd love to get this to a point where I can just deploy this out onto the web too, so people can mess around with that. So I think probably off stream I'll be doing some stuff around there, just like page, maybe get some routing in here, like a homepage. What is Aeons of Ascension? What is it trying to do? And have like some link to a demo where someone can drop in, select some units for a battle, and just play some stuff out. Maybe get some interest in there from the broader community that's not watching me on Twitch. So yeah, I don't know. So some ideas around here and there, but coming along great. Thanks everyone for showing up today. It was a fun stream. Best thoughts and wishes to Super Die. She's in the hospital today. I was supposed to be interviewing her today, but hope she's doing all right. And we'll try to get her rescheduled to have her on the show soon. And yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow, whatever that brings. So bye all. Be good to yourselves. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, let's run. Let's see.